Jim, let's talk about the market itself right now. And, of course, we're seeing a broad-based rally with the NASDAQ up some more than 2%, the S&P up 1.6%. Yeah, you've got Meta up nicely, 3.5%. Just to put it in perspective, still down 48% for the year, so much further than many of the companies that we typically talk about with it, whether it be Alphabet or Amazon or Microsoft or Apple, all of which are down far less.
Had a stunning decline in the rate of growth
at Meta.
Actually, no growth.
I know they did, but it is benefiting. It is benefiting this morning from this broad-based rally.
Remember what Mark Zuckerberg said on the conference call? It's going to get worse. He was actually more candid than 99% of the execs, but this is what happens when you're that candid. Versus say Allbirds, which was very positive. Sweet Greens, which was very positive.
I saw a downgrade of Allbirds today.
Very positive.
That was really
Rent the Runway, which was very Stitch Fix, which was very positive. I mean, you read these things and it's like, okay, Orwell, could you calling Orwell? I mean, you need Orwell. These things are all down and out in Paris and London, Manhattan.
Ministry of Truth.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's get that Ministry of Truth.
Let's get that going.
Izvestia and Pravda, every one of them came out and said good things.
Yes,
but JP Morgan didn't.
No, JP Morgan did not. But again, even NVIDIA, a name that had gotten a bit punished this week, is up 2%. We talked yesterday, and we have this week focused, as we should have, on the chips in part because we got NVIDIA Monday, and then yesterday we had Micron. We tried getting Sanjay Mehrotra to tell a story that was a little bit more in keeping with what the numbers look like. I'm not sure we succeeded in that, but even that stock is up.
You know, it was the CFO who really lowered the boom because we couldn't get it out of Sanjay.
No, we couldn't.
Spoke to him. The CFO lowered the boom on the cloud. It was quite a comeuppance to a tremendous Secretary of Commerce, Gina Raimondo, who worked very hard to get exactly what Micron tore down. Micron basically said, listen, we don't need any of that equipment. And we're a rich company.
They did announce the $40 billion
right, but it was
expansion.
It was poorly timed, but they did what they had to do. They had to speak because they had they could not tell people that things were good at a conference. It's just that I wish that Sanjay had said what was said in a conference, which is that the cloud is weaker, because that's what caused the market to roll over. We were unable to get that. That's our fault. As reporters, we could not get that out of Sanjay.
I agree. We always go back. Listen, I've never done an
Blame
interview.
ourselves.
Never done an interview that I was happy with, frankly.
How about the bank stocks, David? They're the winners.
Are they?
Yes. JP Morgan bottomed a long time ago. Remember, what do they pay me on my checking account, JP Morgan?
0.0001.
And what are they investing in? This is very similar to 1990, 1992 when Greenspan decided to liquefy the bank.
It is true.
The banking system.
All right, the banks are up across the board. You can see that right
there. What's going on at Bristol Myers?
Roughly 2%. Is that a rhetorical question?
No, its stock's been up every day despite the Medicare news.
Bristol Myers is up 20% for the year, by the way, as well.
For what?
I don't know. This is a name that you talk about a lot.
Nothing that's big in the pipeline.
No, you can't figure out why Bristol Myers is up. So are you pointing to possibility of something unexpected?
I'm saying that they have a drug that would be targeted as one of the most important drugs for Medicare to pay for.
Right.
In other words, to therefore negotiate down.
Tell people what drug that is.
Yeah, this is, they have Eliquis, the good drug.
Right.
And it seems like that maybe that bill is not as dangerous to drug companies.
First of all, it doesn't start till 26.
Well,
so
but
we're still a ways away.
Jim, I think Bristol Myers is
the name that I know
company.
you've focused on to a certain extent in that area has been Lilly, in part because there is a thought that drug that is for diabetes is going to be incredibly successful in terms of reducing people weight.
Yeah, it's an amazing drug for losing weight. It's going to be used, I believe, to counter any drug that you may take that adds weight, of which there's a substantial number of drugs where it just said the whole reason why people don't take them, including, by the way, schizophrenia drugs.
Right, a lot of antidepressants,
they won't take them because they put on weight roughly about a half pound a month, and you will take this to counter that. Now, they are not at all hyping their Alzheimer drug, but I will.
Nobody should hype an Alzheimer's drug.
I will.
At this point, nobody should.
I do a lot of work with
the
Brain Foundation and Micron Foundation. All I can say is that they're the best hope.
I mean,
I'm not saying they have.
Think about what Biogen went through there. That drug is no longer.
Biogen did shoddy research, and the government did a shoddy job.
They did.
Because they felt they were so desperate, they gave people false hope. I will say that the work that Lilly's doing is superior to others.
Okay.
But to cure Alzheimer's is just out of the question. What you want to do is you take a drug 20 years.
You want to arrest the progression of the disease.
Yes. But they
or slow it.
I want it. My hat is off to them. They will not talk about this drug to save their lives.
Lilly won't,
because they
right.
will not give anyone false hope. And Anat Ashkenazi, who's the CFO, is extraordinary. Met her at the CFO Council.
Yeah.
I think she's remarkable. I repeatedly tried to get her to say something about Alzheimer's, and in the end, I got the highest. And you know what? I appreciate that.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.